Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki and I'm a homeschooling mom of 6 kids. We are getting ready to start our homeschool year tomorrow, and so today I was kind of taking like the day to kind of prep and do all the things. And I have, my oldest is an 8th grader, and then I have all the way down to a newborn. So yeah, wide variety, you know, all the things. But it's so fun and I'm so blessed. And this is not my first rodeo. This is like my 10th or 11th year homeschooling. I've done it since my oldest, who is now 13, was like 2, and we did, you know, preschool, and that's kind of where the love of or the idea of homeschooling grew. So all that to say, I was prepping and planning. So my oldest, you can see my curriculum pics video, but my oldest is going into the 8th grade. We have always, for the entirety, minus I think like a year and a half of his homeschool journey, used the Good and the Beautiful. And so that's no exception. So you can go back and look at some of my curriculum videos from this year and see his picks for that. But we are using the Good and the Beautiful, and we are using the Good and the Beautiful High School Level 1. We are completely skipping 8th grade for him, and you can see more of that in the curriculum video. I will try to link that below. But all that to say, the High School Language Arts Curriculum Level 1 is broken up, I believe it's into like 15 mini unit book studies. So just looking at the entirety of the book yesterday, as we were like going over, there's some things that you need to prep and get ready for, some videos to watch, you know, X, Y, and Z. I realized that it is different from any of their other curriculums where it is like day 1, day 2, you know, it's broken up into these days. It is not. It gives you the option to do a 4-day or 5-day homeschool week. And with that, you're in charge of your own schedule. Well, me being the mom that I am and knowing how my son operates, knew that was not going to work. That was just going to be like problem 101. So I went through for him. We decided we were going to do a 4-day homeschool week. We year-round homeschool, so that fits perfectly into our schedule. And you know, we have, you know, a day off every week that we get out in nature, we explore, we go somewhere fun, we do that. And that's not stopping because we're in the middle school or high school years, by the way. I think hands-on learning is so key and so important. It is just like, it's what makes our souls like, you know, just run. So that's not going anywhere. So they give you an option. You can go onto their website and you can look at their year-at-a-glance schedule. So it gives you a 4-day week option or a 5-day week option. We are also choosing the honors option, which means you have to do a book study on the Pride and the Prejudice. So we are doing that, and I don't know yet if I'm going to do that as a read aloud with my older 2 and then just kind of work through the book study with them, or what that's going to look like. I've never actually read Pride and Prejudice, but you know, this may be the year that I read Pride and Prejudice. Who knows? But we are going the honors route, so it does look a little different. Excuse me. So it gives you, you know, it tells you, like I said, today's kind of the day that we're getting all the kinks out of the way, you know, learning all the logins, we're watching all the videos, we're setting our day up for success tomorrow, you know, if you know and you know. And so we have, it gives you, if you are on a 4-day school week, each unit should be completed in 11 days. And then it gives you an optional extra day for an art project. I'm not doing the optional extra day. We're throwing that in. My kids are super artistic. We don't need a whole day to, you know, sketch a leaf. So with that being said, I just kind of wanted to show you what I did in case any other moms are new to this, you know, curriculum, high school level world like I am this year. And I think this is really going to help both me and my son, you know, and tone down any confusion that there might be or any anxiety that there might be of planning for him, you know, and putting it like in their hands. He's not quite ready for that yet, and neither am I, quite honestly. Like if I was doing it, I would want to know like what was required on me of what day. So this is how I've done it. Super simple Post-its. So I'm going to show you, so I do have a folder. This was actually recommended in the video that we watched this morning, to get a folder and to put the rest of the units somewhere else. And so I've got just the first unit that he will be doing. So this is the first 12 days. There's 11 days in the unit, and then you can give a test at the end. We will do the test just because I feel like at this point we are preparing for college. If that's the route he chooses, he does need to be prepared if he chooses to go to college. If not, I don't really think college is necessary these days to have a very successful life and very successful career. I said it. I was a hairdresser for 17 years and was extremely successful in that department and made very well. I did very well for our family. So I don't think college is a necessity, but we are going to set him up for success for whatever he chooses. And so test taking is part of the college world and experience. So we will be doing the 12-day option with the test included. So we have our folder, we have our first unit. And in there, I went ahead, it tells you exactly which cards. He gets the grammar cards and poetry memorization. And then we also have like different keys of different areas of the world in there this year that he has to memorize. So I have that in there for him. And then I also went ahead and printed on, I believe these came off of printbull.com. Super easy, free calendars, and have his whole first unit ready to go so he knows exactly what's expected of each day. So now what I will say is I do leave it in the hands of him. Okay, if he's looking at today and today is a shorter lesson and what's required of him is shorter, then he does have the option to pick up another lesson and to stack those so that he's through quicker. He has complete control. He just knows that by this date he has to be through with this book, and on this date is the required date of testing for this unit study, if that makes sense. So he has, and the way I do it, we go from Monday to Sunday. So he has from technically Monday until the following Monday to complete what's required of him in his 4-day school week. And if he wants to do more, or that's up to him. There's never an option to do less though. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around and kind of show you how I set this up for him. And I really hope this helps some other mom who is just kind of looking at this after they've used the Good and the Beautiful for so many years and it's laid out so nicely, who is looking at this new option from the Good and the Beautiful and is like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Because it took me a minute. It's a different teaching style and a different teaching method. So it took me a little while to figure out, okay, how do I want the layout to go for him? So let's turn the camera around and I'll show you kind of what I did. Okay, so here we are. We have high school level 1, unit 1, and then I just simply made tabs, day 1, day 2, etc. So when you open it up, you have obviously your course instructions here with the items that are needed here, and your art supply items that you need here are I like to set us up for success and make sure that we have everything that we need for this course at the beginning of the school year so there's no scrambling trying to find anything throughout the day. So then we have course instructions. So we went ahead and did what's required of the first day, how to complete the course at the Good and the Beautiful. And so that was a very informative video. I would recommend watching that. And then it tells you here to print out the year at a glance, which we did here. So we've got that. I will keep this in my mom folder. And then we're going to use a weekly planner for him. That's just a calendar. And set the amount of time you want to work on it each day or week. So that's what we did. We've also got a course reading challenge that it goes over and how to finish and complete the honors path. And then you have your high school geography and poetry cards. So that's on the first page. And then also we went ahead and went over, they have videos for the spelling dictation here. We have our unit checks, creative writing, X, Y, and Z. What all is included in the course? Okay, so then this page is the grading sheet for me that I will fill out and complete at the end of this unit. I do recommend watching the video and doing what it says. And then I made it super simple. If you need to watch a video, we're gonna highlight it. Okay, if it's something that's in that also comes with this book here, let me pull this for you. If it's something that you need to look up in your grammar and writing guide, it is also going to be highlighted for you. So it's super simple, super laid out. So the way that this is different, so you have spelling dictation over here, And you have to do it in days 1, 2, and 3, okay? And then it kind of gives you, this is where I kind of got like a little lost in like what to do, but this is what we did. So complete any time during the unit. No, that's not gonna work. We need to know exactly what time, when we're gonna do it, you know, all the things. And then we're going to, so this is kind of like the introduction. So you can see day 1. We are going to watch he is going to watch the poetry video. He's also going to watch his spelling dictation video. He's going to do his spelling dictation for day 1. He's going to do his Greek roots memorization, poetry memorization, listen to the audio for his vocabulary, and complete pages 7 through 11. Now that sounds like a lot, but it's really not. So spelling dictation, super simple, won't take long at all. And then we've got just a short little intro here, and then it's just a little bit of reading here. And then he's going to complete the vocabulary because that makes sense for it to do it with that. So just super simple. Here's the vocabulary. He's just going to listen to the audio to make sure he knows how he's saying the words, their definitions. And then over here, he just writes the definition and fills in the blank. That is super simple. That is day 1. So then I've broken it down into the next page, day 2. Poetry, Greek roots, and he's going to read chapter 1 and 2 of his book, Just David. Complete page 13 and the top of page 14, and then I'm going to check it. Okay, so this is kind of where it went a little whirly for me. So it tells you how much time you're going to spend on your course reading challenge. That's a separate challenge. You're going to read chapters 1 through 8. Okay, this is where I thought this was like a lesson style, and it's not. This is chapters 1 through 8, covers the entirety of Unit 1. Okay, so, and then he's going to answer the digging deeper questions for this. So what I have done is I have broke the chapters up into days, like day 2, we're going to read chapters 1 and 2, okay? And then he's going to complete the top of page 13, all of this, and the top of page 14 until the next highlighted bubble. And so that makes sense to break it up into the gray, you know, bold captions, whatever you want to call these, little new sections. Okay, so then on day 3, we've got poetry, geography card, read chapters 3 and 4, video parts of speech that he has to watch, and he's going to complete page 14, the bottom of page 14, and all the way through 16. So super simple. It just makes more sense when you break it up like this. So moving on to day 4, he's got his geography cards complete complete 17 through the top of 20. So you just kind of have to look at the little gray bubbles and figure out like how much is good for your child on each day. And what do you need, how do you need to have it into sections? So we're going to stop here and then we'll pick it up here, you know? So, and like the days, like for instance, this was heavy reading over here, lots of reading, you can see. So I have him reading 0 chapters from Just David on that day. Then we've got day 5, geography cards, read chapters 5 and 6, page 20 and 21. So we've got the bottom of page 20, and then page 21. So it's, when you break it up like this, it's super easy and super helpful for them. So then you kind of see like geography. This section here is going to go with the maps that we're going to do. So you can see I did the geography card, read chapters 7 and 8. Can't even read my writing. Oh, and then I tell him what pages to do, and then to put the maps in the folder. Anything he has to turn in that's additional goes in the folder. Okay, so we've got day 6, and then day 7. Let's see, what is this? Day 8. I'm just going to show you, just in case anybody needs an idea. He has a journal entry here. Let me show you what the journal entries look like. So he does have an additional notebook for that. So Insights journal here, he will read the section on that in his grammar and writing guide here. And then this tells him exactly what to do. So when he's through with this, there will be no turn in at the end of the unit. It will be turn in to mom then. So he has a simple, okay, we're going to, you can see, sorry, turn it into mom. Like there's no guessing what he's gonna do. I've laid it out for him. We've got day 9. We're gonna review some of the vocabulary because we're coming up on the test now. We've got, over here we've got day 10. Show mom your art project. We're gonna put it in the folder. And then day 11 is our test. So I actually was able to do all of it in 11 days, which is helpful because we are doing the honors. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I know that was a lot of information, but it took me a little while to figure out like a groove of how this is gonna work, what we're gonna do, that kind of thing. And so I just thought, you know, hey, there's another mom out there. This is their first year of doing the high school level 1 from the Good and the Beautiful, and they're just kind of throwing you out on a whim. Not that I don't dislike it, but I do like the organization of like, we both know exactly what's expected of him each day. So I just thought that maybe that would be helpful for another mom who it's their first year doing the high school, you know, level 1 with the Good and the Beautiful. And I just pray this video blesses somebody. Let me know when you guys are starting school. I'm so excited for the upcoming year. We're going to have an 8th grader, 7th grader, 2nd grader, kindergartner, preschooler, and newborn. So my goal is to stay up in this little YouTube world. We will see. We will see. We will see. I do feel like this is where kind of the Lord wants me right now, is focusing in on this area. So we're just going to see what he does with it. Kind of like an open-handed experience. Here you are, Lord, whatever you want to do with my life and however you want to use me. And so this is kind of the pull I feel right now. So, like I said, I hope this blesses someone. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful to you. Leave me a comment down below and tell me what you guys are doing for the school year and when you guys are starting. And if you haven't already, please, please, please subscribe to my channel, and we will see you next time for more videos like